Are you frustrated trying to figure out what's for dinner? Sick of people constantly ask you, what's for dinner? Tired of running to the grocery store every 5 minutes it seems to get ingredients for recipes you thought you already had the ingredients for, but sadly don't? Well, hi. Welcome back to Ready, Set, Retire. I'm Jennifer, and as a chef, I get asked, well, not really asked, I get asked, how do I make a meal plan that will work for my family? So today, lucky for you, I'm going to share my family's tips and tricks on how to do just that. All right, everybody, it's time to get crazy. We need a pen, we need a piece of paper, we need the days of the week written down on the left-hand side. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Beside those days, I'd like you to write a column beside for each person in your family whose job, maybe they work a bit later, maybe they have some conference calls. If we weren't in the middle of COVID-19, maybe you have kids who have activities, maybe you go to night school, maybe you're out for dinner with friends yourself, so you're not home, or anything like this. So we start off by making those columns. So in my house, my husband, he's going to be a little bit late on Thursday and Friday, let's say. My daughter, she's going to be at her part-time job. So she has a day shift on Saturday and Sunday, but then is working over the dinner hour in the evening on Tuesday and Friday. I like to do this because this helps me to plan the meals that are going to make sense for my family. So I've got all that laid out. Now, I would like for this first week you to choose 5 of the easiest recipes you know. This is all about making a stress-free meal plan that is simple and easy to follow. So I do not want you to get out a cookbook. I don't want you to try a new recipe. I want you to think of the easiest recipes you possibly can. There are only 2 rules for this meal plan. One is one of your dinners has to be big enough that you can make 2 meals out of it. So let's say a lasagna, a big roast chicken dinner, this sort of thing. And then your last day of the week, so we're up to 6 days now, your last day is a leftover. So Fridays can be your leftover night so that you use up all your dinners that you've already made and nothing ends up going to waste. And it's Friday night and you don't have to think of anything. You don't have to do anything. It's fantastic. So that's where we're at. And now I want you to think of some of the easiest recipes you can. And it can include chicken fingers if you really needed to, a frozen pizza if that's where you're at. No judging. Okay, so as you can see, we've got all of our menu items on the menu. So on Saturday, barbecued sausage, baked potato, fried onions, peppers. Sunday, barbecued chicken, potato salad, apple pie. Monday, ham and cheese pasta bake. It does a large batch. So we'll have the leftovers of that on the Wednesday. On the Tuesday, veggie burgers and french fries. And I chose that because that is something that my daughter, who is working over the dinner hour, she could easily heat that up before work if she wants to eat beforehand. Thursday, we'll do a batch of chicken fried rice. And on Friday is leftover night, which is great because then Friday, you don't have to do anything. We call it our hunt and gather night. If you can find it, you can eat it. We haul everything out, put it on the counter, and there it is. Now, if there is a week where you honestly have eaten everything, it's never happened in my house, but if it happens in your house, great, order a pizza, get some takeout, have breakfast for dinner, whip up some pancakes, bowl of cereal if you're a Seinfeld fan. I don't know. Anything like that is great. Next, grocery list time, because there's no point in having a menu if you don't have the groceries to make any of these ingredients. And I want you to start at the top. I want you to go through every single item and make sure, if it is not in your cupboards, if it is not in your fridge, if it is not in your freezer, it is on your list. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So here is my list. I've got everything on here that I need to purchase for this coming week's dinner menu items. You'll notice for peppers, I have 3 and then 3. That means I'm using 3 peppers in one dish and 3 in another. So you can just line them up, and then at the end, you know, you need 6 peppers. It just makes it easy instead of listing things multiple times. And then if you left that area of the grocery store, it's really hard right now with social distancing, and they have arrows on the floor in the grocery store. If you miss something in an aisle, it is a real pain to get back to that aisle. So anyways, it just helps to keep things simple. Next, what you'll notice is we haven't talked about breakfast. We haven't talked about lunch. So at this point now, I sort of wing those areas. I generally know what we want to have in the house for breakfast, whether it's bagels or eggs or cereals, maybe some oatmeal, bananas, all your fruit items. Then for lunch, maybe some wraps, some salad stuff, that sort of thing. So at this point now we add those items. And again, look through your house. What do you still have? Okay, so now we've got those items listed. Now, what type of household cleaners do you need? Do you need dish soap, laundry soap, anything like that? And then I also would ask anyone in the family, do you need any bathroom items, like our toothpaste, dental floss, soap, shampoo, anything like that, because you might as well pick it all up at the same time. It just makes things easy. It's all on the list. And the next thing we always do is the LCBO. Now, that's only if you live in Ontario. That's your liquor control board. So I'm looking at the menu, and this is something I would probably send my husband to do because he's usually good at choosing that. So I'd say maybe we want a bottle of wine for one of the dinners, maybe on the Sunday, and then maybe some beer for the Saturday. So now we've got our list. It is totally complete. Some people don't like having paper on them. I like to take this list to the grocery store because then as I'm going up and down the aisles, I can cross off everything as I'm buying it and nothing gets forgotten or left behind. If you don't like to do that, just take a picture of the list with your phone. Then the beauty of the piece of paper, which I know is old school. I know people are probably thinking, pen and paper, who does that? Well, I do that because then you can either post this list on your fridge, or you can post it. We've got a little menu holder beside the stove, and then it just goes in there. And every night people can just go and look at the list. You don't need to ask me what's for dinner. It's right there. And if you do take a picture of it with your phone and someone calls you to ask you what's for dinner, you can send them the list. You just forward that screenshot and they can see for themselves. And also they could also pitch in and start making the dinner because your list is right there and they know exactly what's going on. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you're willing to give this a try. It is so easy. I promise you, this is the easiest way to do your grocery list. Okay, well, the first challenge in the 6-week challenge of the meal planning, it's done. Now, how hard was that? It really wasn't that hard. I hope you don't think it was. And I'm going to put it in the menu holder with several other weeks. I certainly haven't decluttered that yet. But anyways, that's a topic for another day. So cheers, everybody. I hope you find some of these tips and tricks helpful. I hope you give it a shot. and let me know how it goes for you if you do. And every week for 6 weeks, we're going to add a new layer to that so that you can keep streamlining it and really start enjoying dinner, and don't be so stressed out about it. So anyways, take care, have a great day, enjoy, and cheers.